group. See if it likes me. We have made it. Hey, hello there and welcome. Jeannie and I were here. We're going live today. We're live on the Facebook group for emotion code practitioners and emotion code clients and people that are interested in the emotion code. Guess what, Captain Obvious? You're in the right room, right, right, Jeannie? They're in the right room.
They're in the right room. Absolutely. Come on and join us. Have some fun.
And we're also live inside of my personal page. I got about a few friends there that are also clients. Listen, you want to join us live, you don't have to register. The Zoom link is in the chat, in the post there. Click on the Zoom link, prepare your hair. Jeannie and I will let you in. Today, I am giving free complimentary emotion code sessions. To date, I have done, what is that, Jeannie? 2,754.
Yep. Wow, huh?
Yeah, 2000. I'm going to tell you a quick little story about messy writing when we get set up. So the first person today is going to be Jeannie. I'll demonstrate with Jeannie, but come in and join us. We've got room. I'm going to be here about an hour. I average about 8 to 10 people within that time. This is kind of a pop-up. Maybe you're not here when we're live, but you want to be joining us live. I'm live every Friday on this Zoom in this room doing the same thing. And what I'm doing is explaining the emotion code process and working with as many people as I can. And I'm just going to check all my sources here. I am live on Facebook. That's good. And I'm going to make sure the link is provided in all these places. Yeah, I'm in the Facebook group. I can see me seeing you seeing me, Jeannie.
Yeah.
There we go, right there. And the very top line is the link. Come in and join us.
Absolutely. I'm going to check.
We'll get started shortly. So one of the things I need to do is be hydrated, so I'll be drinking that. But Gina, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was finished high school, I went to community college, which is like post-secondary in Canada that I went to.
Yeah.
And I had a part-time job at Kmart. Remember the Kmart days?
Oh gosh, yes.
And I remember, no, I was still in high school. I was young, and I didn't have a vehicle at the time. I had to hitchhike.
Oh wow.
I had to hitchhike to Kmart. I lived in the country. So I went to Kmart, I hitchhiked to Kmart, I filled out an application, and I will go all the way home because I had to get a call.
Right.
Couldn't be in the cafeteria, in the Red Grill waiting for a call. So I get all the way home and I get a call from the personnel manager. She said, "Hey, Michael," she said, "this is Jeannie, the personnel manager." She said, "Did your mother fill out your application?" I said, "No." I said, "I don't even think she knows how I apply." She said, "Well, who filled it out?" And I said, "Well, I did." She said, "Your handwriting is outstanding."
Oh, wow.
She said, "I know the exact job for you." She said, "Can you come back today and we'll talk about what I have?"
Right.
So I checked all the way back to Kmart.
Oh my.
And my handwriting is outstanding, and I'm cursive, of course. I'm older, so I do cursive.
Yes.
And guess where she put me? I didn't last very long there because it was not my vibe. But picture all the departments in Kmart that need something to write.
Oh.
Cafeteria? Not really. Menswear? Not really. Ladies wear? Not really. Babies wear? No. How about the automotive department filling out work orders?
Oh my goodness. Well, that would make sense because that way they get the right.
I had to fill out the work orders, and even the mechanics thought I was good. And I didn't get fancy, but they could read it. I had to get it from the customer to the customer, the guys in the shop, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the environment, but I did. I ended up staying there for 5 years, and I said, "You know what? And I had the department looking spick and span, but I was not very smart. I didn't know the difference between an oil filter and a gas. Like really, there was thick books. I was good at looking stuff up though.
Right.
Well, you had a 2-door 52 Chevy that had blah 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 blah. In my head, it was just swirling of confusion.
Well,
Jeannie, let's talk about something I'm going to help you with today. The goal is to, of course, demonstrate how it works and how I can help people live here. If you're watching live, the replay, you're thinking, "Oh, I'd love to have a session." you can go to releasingnegativeemotions.com. I've got a whole menu of about 100 items that I'm having extreme success with. Jeannie, introduce yourself to our friends. Say hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jeannie Bundy. Michael Losier has helped me. I can't tell you how, from my ringing in my ears to allergies to pains in my knees to my back to my neck to the stiffness, you name it. The man has released the negative emotions that my body has held on to all these years. So it's phenomenal, easy. You don't even know. 2 minutes, he's done. It's great.
Good stuff. And I'm on session number 2,755, and I've got a great track record and a great success story. Imagine if I did a crappy job.
I
I
know.
want to show my face, so I'm pretty proud to show up once a week and hear from people that I help with. So if you're watching and you want to join, you'll see how quick and easy it is. And the best part, Jeannie, you don't need to tell the story.
No, you don't.
Some
You
people
don't.
want to tell the story, how it happened or what happened. I just want to know what is the symptom or the problem and what is the severity of it from 0 to 10. It wouldn't be 0 or you wouldn't tell me.
Right.
My goal is always to get to 0. So I will stay with you till we do. Sometimes it takes the second appointment. When people book with me, it's 2 sessions and we say, I did all I can today. In our next meeting, we will top that up.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of times people don't even know what's wrong. They'd have no clue that it may have been something from their childhood. They could have walked in the middle and listened to an argument, and they don't realize that our bodies are full of energy, and we collect things into our auric fields, we collect things into our bodies, and our bodies hold on to that. And a lot of times that pain in your back, your pain in your neck it's an emotion that's stuck in there. So, I think people should give it a try. It's new, it's innovative. You do it so quickly and so efficiently. I would. But I think, Michael, people don't understand about heart wall. So maybe tell them about that. I don't think people understand what that is.
Yes. I wish I could read and give emails and stuff that I get from people. And I swear the heart wall is the most impactful thing that I do. It's so impactful. Jeannie, when you go to the diner, they give you coleslaw with everything, even though you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Well, my coleslaw, look in the top right-hand corner. What is that?
It's the heart wall.
And it says, included in your first session, just like a good old coleslaw. And there's 2 reasons why I do it. One, because I know I'm going to blow the snot out of my client because of this. I know that. I'm so guaranteed that. And people say, well, how are you so sure that you are going to change that you're going to change people's results with the heart wall? Well, let's talk about what it is. In Dr. Brad's book, The Emotion Code, he created the term heart wall to help us understand. And when we take the training, we tell our subconscious mind what the heart wall is. That's why it has a name. It doesn't have a name in history. It's like a new file. Hey, we're going to insert this new file. Let's call it ABC. And every time I refer to it, that's how brilliant our subconscious mind is. As a matter of fact, it files everything. Our subconscious mind has a file on everything. And one of the files is called the heart wall. It's like the rules. So when I say, do I have a heart wall? Just like a computer, it finds the heart wall or script and the rules and say, okay, Michael's checking Jeannie for a heart wall. Yeah. And inside the file folder called heart walls are these. They're unprocessed emotions from an old heart relationship. Yeah. Usually people, it could be pets or it could be a group of people like customers or clients and what does this mean? It's an unprocessed emotion. It means it's a negative emotion on this chart that you had. I'll tell you what A55 is, peeved. So peeved is the British word for and what that means that somebody steps off. And we didn't say, you're pissing me off. I don't know if I can use the word, but I'm using the word. The word does. And every time I'm around my friend, you know what's inside my friend's file folder? The leftover peeve from 8 years ago. Right. Not from last week, from 8 years ago. So every time I see my friend, this old little, and so what it's doing, it's lowering my vibration with them. Not severely. Sometimes it's like, Oh, P is driving me crazy. Well, that's more than peeved. That's more than one. So my unique ability is to ask your subconscious mind, let's pull out the file folder on your spouse, on your boyfriend or girlfriend or customers or clients or opportunities or your best friend. And let's open it up and say, do I have any heart wall energies? These are all unprocessed feelings that you had with or about your friend that you never talked to. You buried them. You know where they got buried, Jeannie? Right in this nice little envelope is where they got buried. They didn't get processed. But if you told your friend, I don't like when you do that, and I'm pissed off, you know what happens to this emotion? In other words, you process this anger by getting angry and by yelling and screaming and kicking the can or whatever your style, not you, Jeannie, whatever our style is.
Yeah, no.
I want to do it without the snit fit and without the cursing and the swearing and the kicking the can and breaking dishes. You don't have to do it. I'm going to release and delete this emotion with, say it when you see it, a magnet. Just a little household magnet. I got different kinds, different styles. They all do the same thing.
Well, you know what I like about what you do, Michael, is this. Like, say, I have come to you with a list of people, and I never even have to tell you who they are, what my story is. It gives me that sense of privacy. Yeah. That maybe I don't want to share that because maybe I'm embarrassed, maybe I'm ashamed, whatever that is. So I write the list down on a piece of paper and then I number them and then you just go right through them. You never even know their names. You don't know anything. And it gives me that sense of privacy that maybe I don't want to go into the story, but you delete the emotions and you're so accurate and you go right to it. And there have been times when you've actually told me the date it happened and I'm like, oh, really?
Well, let's talk about how I'm able to do that. You know, when I work with my client, I become their proxy. Right. And just like if you said, hey, Michael, I can't vote, here's my proxy. You're saying, do this on my behalf, and I would do that. So when I work with you, I'm doing this on your behalf. So when I'm connected to you, Michael it doesn't have to make sense to him. So I tell my client, I want you to build a list of 5 times. And sometimes it's personal. They were abused, or it's negative charges, and they've been to therapy, and as all they ever did every time to go to therapy is surface that emotion that's still unprocessed, and it won't get processed until Big Bertha comes in to delete them with this magnet.
Right. Yeah, it's the average person. It's like it's beyond their concept, but if they just try it and they see how fast it works and how easy you do it. It's just an amazing ability that you have, and it works, which is great. Yeah. You know.
So that's my ability to find out what is the emotion that I have that's left over from this particular person, because there's a file folder on it. I identify it using muscle testing. I'm not guessing. I don't have a little whisper in my ear. There's no angels around the room dangling the word.
No.
If Michael doesn't have any control of, the only thing that I'm doing is asking. So when I muscle test, that's a yes, that's a no. I say, well, is the emotion on this blue chart? Oh, it is. Okay, next question. Is it from column A? Oh, it's not. That's a no, that's a yes. Is it in column A? Oh, it's still in column B. Lots of yes and no. You know I do it fast because I can only delete it when I know its name. So that's how we do that. Jeannie, let's do a demo of the heart wall.
Sure.
And you know how it works. So Jeannie's going to tell me a particular person that she has in mind. Now she can say the person's first name if she wants, or
I'll write it on a piece of paper.
Okay, good.
Just in case that person's watching, I don't want them to be embarrassed.
I have a client that doesn't want me to know about some things, and I don't want to know. So he would just say person 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can tell the scenario, but this one's all anger and this one's all jealous. I don't know the scenario, but every time I say, he said, "Oh yes, that was exactly." And he said, "I don't know, you know that." Well, I'm not guessing. I'm just right. When I'm your proxy, I get to ask those questions.
Sure.
Okay. If you're watching, we are going to start the session today. I have the tools in front of me. My job's pretty simple. Glass of water, And my hydration acts as the conductivity. So I'm going to take some water. That was very French translated to English when I said I'm going to take some water.
Right? I
That's
was
how
like, okay, Michael.
my mom's French. My mom and dad spoke French.
Ah,
They would say that. Or to turn the stove on, she would say, turn the flame up.
oh, yeah.
But it translated to us, but it was confusing sometimes too.
Yeah.
Okay. I have my tools. I'm hydrated. I have 190 emotions. And Michael Loche knows what they are, but when I connect with Jeannie and I become her proxy, then Jeannie knows what these are. So I'm going to be referring to this chart. I have a magnet. That's it. A chart and magnet, plus all my skills and talent. I'd be remiss if I didn't add those. So right now I have a little ritual that I'm connecting with Jeannie. I'm putting the message out there. It's almost like a Wi-Fi signal. So am I connected to Jeannie? That's a no. See my fingers? No, no. This is a yes. So am I connected to Jeannie? I'm just scanning. There we go. I am right there. Am I Michael? Am I Jeannie? Am I Jeannie Smith? Am I Jeannie Bundy? This finger here is the boss. That locks in. Am I Jeannie Smith? No. Am I Jeannie Bundy? Yes. Okay, that's a yes right there. Okay, so, and now because I'm Jeannie, I'm your proxy, you know how I do this, but I'm going to ask the question as if it's coming from Jeannie because I'm her proxy, so it really is. I'm going to just refresh what we're talking about. I was asking Michael to check if I have any old unprocessed negative emotions with or about this person that I wrote down, the person that I wrote down on my pad of paper. Do I have, that's a yes already, do I have an unprocessed heart wall emotion with this person? That's a yes. Okay, let's go to the next question. How many? How many am I looking for? Is it more than one? Yes. Is it more than two? Yes. Is it more than three, Jeannie? No. Is it under three? So it's three. So Jeannie's subconscious mind went to the file folder called person that I wrote down, opened it up, and there was three of these. I'm showing two. There was three of these. I bought three, and can you believe I can't find the third one? How do you lose? How do you lose that in your house? And then I used the blue one, you can't see it. The orange one's my fave. And I don't even know the color of the third one because I lost it. Back to Jeannie. And did you know they're dog toys, Jeannie?
Hey, whatever works, Michael.
They usually people's dogs in the background are like that. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 heart walls with the person. Yes. Do I have 4? No. Do I have 5? No. Do I have 3? And does Michael have them all on a chart? Yes. Are they all on this blue chart? No. How many are on the blue chart? 3 of them? No. 2 of them? No. 1. Let's find it. There's 60 on that chart, Gene. It's going to take a long time, but I'm going to cut the chart in half. Out of those 60 emotions, I only need 1. Is the emotion that I need on the left in column A? No. There, cut it in half. Is it column B? It is. Okay, see the 5 rows? Is it row B, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5? Is it B 5 1? Yes. Is it row B? Is it the 5th box? I'll read each one of them because Jeannie's subconscious mind knows the exact one. I'll read them out loud to show you the yeses and no. So we said it's column B, row 5. So is this unprocessed emotion that I have with this person on it? So is it wishy-washy? No. Is it feeling unsupported? No. Is it terror? Is it it's conflict? So that means every time Jeannie goes to this person, unknowingly, she's sending this vibration of conflict. And what are they doing to it? Matching it. So I'm releasing, I have a magnet. I'm releasing this heart wall of conflict that I have with this person on my piece of paper. Michael doesn't need to know who it is. I'm releasing this conflict with this person, heart wall of conflict. How many heart walls do I have with this person? 3? No, we just deleted 1, so it's 2. And they're not on the blue chart, they're on another chart, yes. These ones are on the trauma chart, yes. Are they in column A or B or C? Is it C1, C2, C3, C4? Is it C4, 1, 2, 3, 4, C4, 4? Is this a trauma heart wall of coveting? I'm releasing this trauma heart wall of coveting. How do you translate that word?
I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah. This is not for your interpretation of what you're doing, but sometimes I say coveting means wanting something you can't have. You know, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor and so on. You know,
Okay.
you shouldn't want something you can't have. So, and usually it's BS. So whatever that is.
Okay, yeah,
This is not
that would make sense.
coveting with this person. And where's the third emotion? Is it A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 8, 5, 2? Is it contrition? I'm releasing the trauma heart wall of contrition.
Okay.
I know it sounds very Catholic, those last two, doesn't
No
it?
kidding, right? I feel like I should be the.
No, it's an altar boy. I heard active contrition. I heard all of them. So contrition can mean remorseful or sorry. It's an act of sorriness or an act of something like that.
Right.
Do I have any more heart walls with this person? No. Do I have any negative charge? Am I neutral? Before today, what was the severity of the negative charge? Even when I thought of their name to tell Michael and going through it, the negative charge from 1 to 10, was it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? And now it's 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm just going to disconnect. Okay, Jeannie.
That was interesting. So I'll give you my take on what you said. The conflict, yes. There was a conflict of I paid for something that I didn't feel like I got my money's worth for.
Yeah.
The other part, the I can't even say the word.
Contrition.
But the contrition. I think the sorry part was on my side because I felt so bad that this person told me that they could do something and they didn't do it. Does that make sense? And so I had like that feeling of I felt bad that I felt this way against that person.
Doesn't mean you didn't deserve it, but it was a legitimate feeling, you know.
Yeah.
I thought they could do it and they didn't, and you know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that all makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, good. We'll clean up that right there. Well, that's
Thank you so much. That was great.
You're welcome.
Yeah, awesome.
I was thinking of a story and I lost it. Well, Jeannie, I think we did what we wanted to do. I kind of wanted to test going live on all 3 paces.
Yeah.
I think I got it at the last minute there. I figured out the last one. I'm not sure about them ending though, so I'm gonna figure out, make sure they all end, or you're gonna watch me do my housework in the next 10 minutes.
No kidding. Well, thank you again, Michael, and thank you for your gifts. Thank you for sharing them with the world and everyone. Go see Michael. Trust me, it works.
Yeah, join me on Fridays. Oh, Jeannie, I'm gonna get my my editor guy to do my little video of a session I did yesterday from a guy from Bulgaria, and it was on spirit out of body.
Oh, nice.
He had left his body, I think it was 10 or 11%, and I even found out the day it happened, and it freaked him out because it was 2 years. My life just changed. I went flat, my business, everything. So it's a great story, and I recorded it knowing I was going to film it. He gave me permission, and it's going to help a lot of people.
Yes, it will. Most